We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway, and they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
We got three, fellas, we got three.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On third down, Wilson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Watson. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And the Cowboys, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3-and-out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. Flush to his right. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, he's good. And that's caught inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
A Hall of Fame coach once said, there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or two. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now first. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
$41 Mike, right here, $41 Mike.
Wilson. Space to run past the 20. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Wilson now to throw on third down. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19.
That's another Cowboys first down. First and 10.
Watson in the offense going to come up first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
52's the mic.
From the red zone now, Watson. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. They'll try to run with Breida. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Wilson on the keeper. second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Come on, QB, come on.
Now Wilson going to throw again. And he finds Danny Amendola. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
49ers 3. Mike 315. Mike 59. Check pass, check pass. Bang out, bam, bam. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
Now Wilson on first down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10.
Let him know. Let him know.
Play action. It's Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
41 Mike. Hey, here I come.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And his throw is incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that takes us from second to third down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mike, check.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yardage on first and second down.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can shake that one off. He wasn't likely to make it in the first place.
Get wide.
On first and 10, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
On second down, a run with Breida. It was Eric Reed in on the stop. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Alert. Watch the screen. Pass. Check. Orbit. Lucky.
On first down, Watson. This is the tight end Fant. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On first down, here's Breida. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Tight end left. Odd. Three down. Odd. Hey, 31.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. J.J. Watt. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Let's get this.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Watch the boot.
From the gun, here's Watson. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they've put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Lady. 50. Come on, D. Hey, alert. Mike 50.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Throwing on second down. Wilson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Harold Landry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. So after the penalty, they're back to where they started, 3rd and 10.
Hey, let's get off the field, D.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Got a man, it's Amendola. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. On first down, Wilson dumps this one off to Mack. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Wilson will throw again. He completes this one to Mack. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Kyle Shanahan's made the decision. They're going on 4th down.
Get that ball. 19.
Mike 41, Mike 41. Bound to lose one.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Able to find Walter. That's complete. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
552. Watch twist. 24. Twist. Check. Check hot route. Hot. 36.
From the end zone, Watson airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Flush to his right. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. So they go with the empty set, and that's the risk you run right there. Nobody was there to protect.
Well, you know how most offenses have audibles, and they've changed plays when they see certain sets. A lot of defenses do the exact same thing. You go to an empty back set, they bring pressure, and boy, did it pay off in this case.
This is taken at the 18.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half.
Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
15 for the Niners there and a first down.
SOS. Hey.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on second down. Wilson stepping up. He'll try and run. And he slides to avoid the hit. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Antonio Gates there to make the grab as his guys are back within a single score. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Cowboys 17, 49ers 12.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, Watson. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
48-yard line.
Set. 19. 50. You. 59. Check Mike 50.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 43-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 3rd and 2, Watson. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Mike 52.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
1st and 10 at the 34.
Watson now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 50. Who's the mic? All day, punk.
Kill.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. J.J. Watt getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They go jet sweep. This is Taylor, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. Set. 19. 50. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. In the car. Mike 50.
Watson from the gun. He'll throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Watson now to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike. Keep it up, good.
Wilson now, operating from the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 72 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, It certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
Hey, gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Crash. Watch that. Get it roll. Rest.
Again, Wilson, and that is caught for the 2 points. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about, not getting beat at this stage. At least give your team a fighting chance.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
You ready?
At their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complimentary football?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Matt Breida, 77 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Now Prater to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Cowboys 24, 49ers 20. Matt Prater sets the kickoff.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. 11 yards there, first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wildcard matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
We taking wins home.
To throw is Wilson. To throw again. And his throw here's incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the outcut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Amendola with a catch. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Fourteen, Friday.
Hey, check, Mike. 50.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. '50's the mic.
Wilson throwing again. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
59. Mike's 59.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check, 59. Hey, watch the lane.
95.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 50.
Yo.
Now Wilson on first down. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Mike. Move 15.
Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Bandit.
Throwing again. Wilson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. Amendola, the intended receiver.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They get the crucial turnover just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift, that takeaway. Even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
I'm letting you know right now, you better.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Throwing on third down, Watson. Flushed out right. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Reset. 19.
50. Man, I got you.
Hey, 59. 9, I'm going.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long.
Be afraid of mix up. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch Mike.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? From the gun, Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they...
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have retaken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson, they'll set up a screen for Breida. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Watson. Complete to Dorsett. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards there, 1st down. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll look to throw. This one caught by Ridley. Touchdown, Cowboys! Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken at the 3. Oh, good move. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Throwing now is Wilson. Amendola's got it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down.
He'll look to throw. And it's caught here. Amendola. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Wilson to throw. Forced out to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it. And you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Keep playing hard, fellas. All set. 19. Let's get it.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 38. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And we've got a timeout.
Come on now.
9 seconds remaining. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Put it down, put it down. Check 54. Check 3.
Now Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Protection's certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Hey.
Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.